Title: Clash of Dimensions, Legacy of Valor. Chapter 1. The legend begins. In the sprawling metropolis of Metro City, hailed as the pinnacle of human achievement, lived a man whose name resonated through the annals of combat sports: Alexander "Alex" Rodriguez. Born into a family of martial artists, Alex inherited a legacy of discipline, skill, and relentless determination. From a young age, he showed exceptional promise, mastering various martial arts styles with a natural aptitude that earned him the moniker of the Prodigy. His rise to fame was swift and unstoppable. Tournament after tournament, Alex dominated the fighting circuit with unparalleled prowess. His victories were not merely wins but spectacular displays of technique and strategy, earning admiration and respect from competitors and fans alike. Yet, beneath his fame and accolades, Alex remained grounded by a deep sense of humility and a fierce loyalty to his family. Chapter 2. The Alien Incursion. The tranquility of Alex's life was shattered one fateful night when the sky split open with blinding light. From the depths of space emerged a fleet of alien vessels, their ominous presence casting a shadow over Metro City. These extraterrestrial invaders, known as the Zylorians, sought conquest and domination, their advanced technology and ruthless tactics threatening to overwhelm Earth's defenses. As chaos erupted across the globe, Alex, now a decorated veteran and advisor to military strategists, stepped forward once more. His combat experience and strategic insight proved invaluable as he coordinated defenses against the relentless onslaught. Alongside elite forces from around the world, Alex led daring missions to repel the Zylorian forces, each battle testing his resolve and pushing him to the brink of exhaustion. Chapter 3. The Abduction. Amidst the chaos of battle, tragedy struck. In a calculated move to strike fear into the hearts of humanity and weaken Earth's defenses, the Zylorian warlord, General Krelix, targeted Alex personally. During a desperate skirmish on the outskirts of Metro City, Krelix's forces breached the secure compound where Alex's son, Jacob, was under protection. In a swift and brutal assault, they abducted the young boy, leaving behind devastation and despair in their wake. Heartbroken and consumed with guilt, Alex vowed to rescue Jacob at any cost. His grief transformed into a burning resolve, driving him to embark on a perilous journey across galaxies and dimensions in pursuit of the Zylorian warlord and his elusive stronghold. Chapter 4. The Pursuit. Armed with determination and aided by a diverse team of allies, each with their own skills and motivations, Alex navigated through hostile territories and encountered alien civilizations both hostile and sympathetic. Along the way, he uncovered clues about the Zylorians' motives and vulnerabilities, piecing together a strategy for a final, decisive confrontation. As he drew closer to his goal, Alex confronted moral dilemmas and personal sacrifices. Each step forward brought him closer to Krelix, but also deeper into the heart of darkness that threatened not only Earth but the entire universe. Chapter 5. The Final Confrontation. Months of relentless pursuit culminated in a climactic showdown on the Zylorian homeworld. Amidst the towering spires of an alien citadel, Alex confronted General Krelix in a battle that transcended mere physical combat. It was a clash of ideologies, of wills, and of destinies intertwined by fate. The air crackled with energy as Alex and Krelix engaged in a duel that spanned dimensions. Each blow exchanged resonated with the weight of vengeance, redemption, and the unbreakable bond between a father and his son. Jacob, imprisoned but defiant, watched from afar as his father fought against impossible odds to free him from captivity. Chapter 6. The Sacrifice. In a final, desperate gambit, Alex and Krelix unleashed their ultimate techniques, unleashing a cataclysmic display of power that shook the foundations of the universe itself. The clash of their energies rippled through space and time, a testament to the magnitude of their struggle and the stakes hanging in the balance. In a moment of profound sacrifice and unconditional love, Alex shielded Jacob from a fatal blow intended for them both. As their combined energies reached a critical mass, the cataclysmic explosion consumed them both, their fates entwined in a blaze of light and darkness that marked the end of an era. Chapter 7. Legacy. In the aftermath of the battle, Earth mourned the loss of its greatest hero. Alexander Rodriguez, known to the world as the Prodigy, was remembered not only for his unparalleled skill in combat but for his unwavering courage, selflessness, and undying love for his son. Jacob, now orphaned but surrounded by allies who had fought alongside his father, carried on Alex's legacy with determination and pride. Across the universe, the defeat of General Krelix and his forces marked a turning point in the war against the Zylorians. Humanity rallied, united in their resolve to honor Alex's sacrifice and defend their home planet from future threats. Monologue, The Eternal Flame. As time passed, Jacob grew into a leader in his own right, guided by the lessons and values imparted by his father. He trained tirelessly, not just to honor Alex's memory, but to protect Earth and its people from the shadows of a dark and uncertain future. The story of Alexander Rodriguez, the prodigy, who fought until his last breath, became a legend whispered among the stars. His courage inspired generations to come, a testament to the enduring power of love, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bond between a father and his son. In the annals of history, Alex's name burned brightly as a beacon of hope and valor, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity in the face of unimaginable adversity. Chapter 8. Rebirth of Valor. Years passed, and under Jacob's leadership, humanity flourished. But the galaxy was vast, and new threats emerged. As Alex's legacy inspired, Jacob found himself drawn to the teachings of his ancestors. He sought out ancient martial arts masters from distant worlds, learning techniques that went beyond mere physical prowess, delving into the mystical. During his travels, Jacob discovered an ancient prophecy that spoke of a warrior who would reunite the fragmented dimensions and bring lasting peace. The prophecy hinted that this warrior would be a descendant of the prodigy. Driven by a sense of destiny, Jacob embarked on a quest to unlock the hidden potential within himself. Chapter 9. The Gathering of Heroes. Recognizing the enormity of his task, Jacob began to assemble a new team of heroes. He sought out individuals from various dimensions, each possessing unique abilities and insights. Among them were Tessa, a telepathic empath from the Luminara dimension, Draven, a rogue technomancer from the cyber realms, and Kai, a warrior with the power to manipulate elemental forces. Together, they trained rigorously, their bonds strengthening with each challenge they faced. Jacob shared stories of his father, inspiring his team with tales of Alex's valor and sacrifice. United by a common goal, they prepared to confront the rising darkness that threatened to engulf the universe. Chapter 10. Shadows of the Past. As the new team of heroes ventured deeper into their quest, they encountered remnants of Xylorian forces led by a new, more enigmatic leader, Zerathor, a being of immense power and cunning. Zerathor, a former disciple of General Krelix, harbored a deep vendetta against humanity and sought to complete his mentor's failed mission of conquest. Zerathor's knowledge of forbidden dimensions and dark energy posed a grave threat. His influence spread like a shadow, corrupting worlds and bending them to his will. Jacob and his team faced increasingly perilous battles, each victory hard-fought and costly. Chapter 11. The Crucible of Truth. In a pivotal moment, Jacob discovered a hidden archive containing his father's personal journals. Through Alex's words, he gained profound insights into the nature of sacrifice, the weight of leadership, and the true meaning of courage. These revelations became a guiding light, helping Jacob navigate the complexities of his mission and the burdens he bore. One entry stood out, a detailed account of a secret technique Alex had developed but never mastered. It was a technique that could channel the pure essence of one's spirit, creating a force of unparalleled power. Jacob realized that mastering this technique was key to overcoming Zerathor and saving the universe. Chapter 12. The Ascendance. Guided by his father's teachings, Jacob undertook a journey of intense self-discovery. He meditated in sacred places, sought guidance from the wisest sages, and faced his deepest fears. His team stood by him, their faith unwavering. Together, they forged a plan to confront Zerathor in his stronghold, a fortress located in the nexus of the darkest dimension. As the final battle approached, Jacob felt a profound connection to his father's spirit. He knew that Alex's legacy was not just a tale of the past, but a living force within him. Empowered by this realization, he led his team into the heart of darkness, ready to face their greatest challenge. Chapter 13. The Dimensional Clash. The battle was fierce, with Zerathor unleashing his full might. The heroes fought valiantly, their unity and determination unwavering. Jacob, having mastered his father's secret technique, confronted Zerathor in a duel that echoed the legendary clash between Alex and Krelix. The energy of their battle rippled through dimensions, drawing the attention of beings across the cosmos. With each strike, Jacob felt the spirit of his father guiding him, lending strength to his resolve. In a final, climactic moment, he channeled the pure essence of his spirit, creating a force that shattered Zerathor's defenses. Chapter 14. The Breaking Point. Zerathor, momentarily stunned by the sheer power of Jacob's attack, recoiled but quickly regained his composure. The fortress trembled under the intensity of their duel, dimensional rifts forming around them. As the battle escalated, the heroes struggled to fend off Zerathor's minions, each wave more ferocious than the last. Jacob's team, though battered and weary, fought with a fierce determination, their trust in Jacob and each other unshakable. Tess's telepathic guidance, Draven's technological wizardry, and Kai's elemental mastery created a formidable defense, but the strain was evident. With a fierce cry, Zerathor unleashed a dark energy blast that scattered the heroes, leaving Jacob isolated. As Jacob rose, the air around him shimmered with a golden light, a manifestation of the ultimate technique he had mastered. Summoning the strength of his ancestors and the spirit of his father, Jacob launched a counterattack that shook the foundations of the fortress. Chapter 15: The Inner Light. The clash of energies reached a crescendo, and Jacob found himself in a surreal space, a realm beyond dimensions. In this ethereal place, he encountered the spirit of his father, Alex. Jacob, Alex's voice echoed with warmth and pride, "You have come so far. Remember, true strength comes from within, from the love and sacrifice we give to others." Jacob nodded, the weight of his father's words sinking deep into his heart. He felt an overwhelming surge of energy, not just from his own spirit but from the legacy of valor passed down through generations. With renewed resolve, he focused his energy, harnessing the light within him. Returning to the battlefield, Jacob's aura blazed brighter than ever. His team, inspired by his transformation, rallied once more. United, they pressed forward, their combined strength pushing back the tide of darkness. Chapter 16: The Triumph. Zerathor, sensing his impending defeat, unleashed his final gambit, a massive dark vortex intended to consume all life in the vicinity. Jacob, embodying the spirit of his father and the hope of humanity, stepped forward to confront the vortex. Channeling the ultimate technique, Jacob unleashed a beam of pure light, piercing the heart of the vortex. The clash of light and darkness was blinding, the shockwaves felt across the universe. The fortress began to collapse, and Zerathor, now powerless and defeated, fell to his knees. "Your darkness cannot conquer the light of hope and love," Jacob declared, his voice echoing with authority and compassion. With a final burst of energy, the vortex dissipated, and Zerathor was enveloped in a blinding light, his form disintegrating into nothingness. The battle was over, and the heroes emerged victorious. Chapter 17: A New Dawn. The universe breathed a collective sigh of relief as the threat of Zerathor was vanquished. Jacob and his team returned to Earth, hailed as heroes. The story of their victory and the legacy of Alexander Rodriguez spread across galaxies, inspiring countless beings to stand against tyranny and darkness. Jacob, now a revered leader, continued to train and guide new generations of warriors, instilling in them the values of courage, sacrifice, and unity. The team, bonded by their shared trials, remained close, their friendship a beacon of hope in an ever-changing universe. Chapter 18: The New Threat. Years of peace and prosperity followed the defeat of Zerathor, but in the vast cosmos, threats are always on the horizon. Reports began to surface of a new, insidious force rising in the outer realms. These reports spoke of an ancient entity known as Malika, a being of pure malice and chaos, awakening from its slumber. Malika's influence spread rapidly, corrupting entire dimensions and sowing discord among civilizations. Unlike Zerathor, Malika's power was rooted in the very fabric of reality, making him an adversary far more formidable and elusive. Jacob knew that this new threat required a different approach, one that combined strength, wisdom, and unity. Chapter 19: The Oracle's Vision. To understand the nature of Malika and find a way to counter his dark influence, Jacob and his team sought the guidance of the Oracle of Lumina, an ancient being with the power to see across dimensions and time. The Oracle revealed a vision of the past, showing how Malika was once sealed away by a coalition of the most powerful beings in the universe. The Oracle also spoke of a prophecy. A chosen warrior from the lineage of the Prodigy would rise to defeat Malika and restore balance to the cosmos. This revelation reaffirmed Jacob's belief in his destiny and the legacy of his father. With newfound clarity, he and his team prepared to embark on a journey to uncover the secrets of the ancient coalition and the methods they used to imprison Malika. Chapter 20: The Ancient Coalition. Jacob and his team traveled to the farthest corners of the universe, seeking the remnants of the ancient coalition. They encountered civilizations that had once stood against Malika, each with its own unique history and contribution to the fight against chaos. These encounters provided valuable insights into the nature of Malika's power and the unity required to combat it. Among their discoveries was an ancient artifact known as the Celestial Shard, a fragment of pure light energy that had been instrumental in sealing Malika away. The shard was hidden in the Temple of Eternity, a sacred place guarded by an order of monks who had dedicated their lives to protecting it. Chapter 21, The Trial of Eternity. The journey to the Temple of Eternity was fraught with danger, as Malika's minions sought to stop Jacob and his team from obtaining the Celestial Shard. The team faced numerous trials, testing their strength, resolve, and unity. Each trial brought them closer together, reinforcing the bonds of trust and friendship that had been forged in battle. Upon reaching the temple, Jacob and his team were greeted by the High Monk, who explained that only those with pure hearts and unyielding spirit could wield the Celestial Shard. Jacob underwent a series of spiritual trials, confronting his deepest fears and doubts. With the support of his team and the spirit of his father guiding him, he emerged victorious, earning the right to wield the shard. Chapter 22, The Rising Darkness. With the Celestial Shard in their possession, Jacob and his team returned to Earth to prepare for the final confrontation with Malika. However, the entity's influence had already begun to spread, corrupting leaders and sowing discord among nations. The heroes had to act swiftly to unite the world's forces and prepare for the impending battle. Jacob called upon allies from across dimensions, forming a coalition of warriors, scholars, and mystics. This new alliance, inspired by the ancient coalition, stood as a testament to the enduring power of unity and cooperation. Together, they developed a plan to confront Malika and restore balance to the universe. Chapter 23, The Battle for Earth. Malika's forces descended upon Earth, their arrival heralded by storms of chaos and destruction. The coalition stood ready, their combined might and resolve forming a formidable defense. The battle that ensued was unlike any the world had ever seen, with warriors from different dimensions fighting side by side to protect their home. Jacob, wielding the Celestial Shard, led the charge against Malika. The clash of light and darkness echoed across the battlefield, the fate of the universe hanging in the balance. Each member of the coalition played a crucial role, their unique abilities and strengths complementing one another in the fight against chaos. Chapter 24, The Heart of Darkness. As the battle raged on, Jacob and his team pushed through Malika's defenses, penetrating deeper into the heart of darkness. They faced waves of twisted creatures and corrupt beings, each encounter testing their resolve and unity. Despite the overwhelming odds, their determination never wavered. In the final confrontation, Jacob faced Malika alone. The entity's power was immense, a swirling vortex of chaos and malice. Jacob, drawing upon the strength of his ancestors and the light of the Celestial Shard, stood firm. The battle between them was a cataclysmic clash of energies, the fate of the universe hanging in the balance. Chapter 25, The Final Sacrifice. In a moment of intense struggle, Jacob realized that defeating Malika required a sacrifice greater than any he had ever imagined. He channeled all his energy into the Celestial Shard, creating a beacon of pure light that pierced the darkness. The light began to consume Malika, but at a great cost. Jacob's physical form began to dissipate, merging with the light. In his final moments, he felt the presence of his father, Alex, by his side. "You have done well, my son," Alex's voice echoed. "Your sacrifice will not be in vain." With a final burst of energy, Jacob and Malika were enveloped in a blinding light, the darkness vanquished and the balance restored. The universe was saved, but at the cost of its greatest hero. Chapter 26, The Aftermath. The battle was over, and the coalition stood victorious. The loss of Jacob was a heavy burden, but his sacrifice had ensured the survival of countless lives. The world mourned the loss of its hero, but his legacy of valor and unity lived on. In honor of Jacob's sacrifice, a monument was erected beside that of his father, Alexander Rodriguez. The monument bore the inscription, "In the face of darkness, their light shines eternal." The story of Jacob and Alex Rodriguez became a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come. Chapter 27, A New Era of Peace. With the defeat of Malika, peace and prosperity returned to the universe. The coalition remained united, working together to rebuild and strengthen the bonds between dimensions. The lessons learned from the battle against chaos forged a new era of cooperation and understanding. Tessa, Draven, and Kai, now leaders in their own right, continued to protect and guide their worlds. Their friendship and the memory of Jacob's sacrifice inspired them to strive for a future where light and hope prevailed over darkness. Chapter 28. The legacy continues. Jacob's sacrifice left a profound impact on those who knew him. His team, now mentors and leaders, carried forward his teachings and values. They trained new generations of warriors, instilling in them the principles of courage, sacrifice, and unity. The legacy of Alexander and Jacob Rodriguez lived on through their stories, their monuments, and the hearts of those they inspired. The universe, forever changed by their heroism, flourished under the guidance of the coalition. Chapter 29. The Eternal Flame. As the years passed, the story of the Rodriguez family became a cornerstone of interdimensional lore. Their courage and sacrifice were celebrated in songs, poems, and legends. The eternal flame of their legacy burned brightly, a reminder of the power of love and unity in the face of darkness. In the heart of Metro City, the monuments of Alex and Jacob stood tall, visited by countless beings seeking inspiration and strength. The flame of their legacy continued to guide and protect the universe, a testament to the enduring power of valor and sacrifice. Epilogue. The Eternal Guardian. Generations to come would visit the monuments of Alexander and Jacob Rodriguez, drawing strength and inspiration from the tales of their bravery. And in the quiet moments of reflection, many believed they could feel the presence of the two great warriors, watching over the universe, their spirits an everlasting force of hope and valor.